Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Uh, my name is Nick Ahmad Ashraf Zaki bin Nick Amran. I am a student that having an internship in Help International Shelterbed Entry Program, Saskatchewan, Canada. My industrial training duration is from 7th of April until 28th July. And so, but my company background, Help International is actually a non-profit based in Weyburn, founded and led by CEO himself, Rodney Sidlowski, in 1993. And their mission is support farmers, landowner, municipalities, school, and environment groups by providing affordable tree and shelter bed planting solution. So municipalities is actually means city councils, but mostly in a rural area. And Hub Shelterbed been Hub International has acquired 160 acres of farmland near to west of Weyburn in 2015. So they're moving from a small 10 acres nursery to the biggest farmland so they can develop more infrastructure, including roads, a large water reservoir, and winter nurseries inside the 160 acres. So during my internship, I have three major portfolio that I was assigned. First one is sales, the second one is dispatch, and shelter, and last one is shelter bed tree plantings. In sales, I do the online platform support and customer service. And in dispatch, I was making a plan for the route and mapping. And then for the shelter bed tree planting, I was assisting the tree planting operators, which I will talk more about later. So when I was in sales department, I was assigned to partially manage company website under CEO supervision. This is include all the stocks in our website, which uh, which kind of product of trees that we want to give a discount and off, and some of the trees we give bonus. For example, for a pickup customer, we give a 5% more. So let's say you ordered 100 of trees, we give about five more. Yeah. And then also the sales is actually within April and May for spring pre-orders. And I also need to coordinate with the team from nurseries manager for the tree stocks and follow up with customer. Because sometimes when customer make an order, they didn't mention when they want to pick up the trees. So my job is I need to call them and ask them when they want to pick up the trees. And one of the challenges I have here is talking with native English speakers. So at very beginning, it's hard to understand what I'm saying, but along the way, I learn bit by bit. So inshallah, I can understand what I'm saying now. And then during even I'm managing the website, I also extracting data from our Weebly website and divide it into two categories, such as pickup orders and shipping orders into Excel. So by extract all this data, I can easily easily manage which customer want their tree first. Let's say they want in mid-April or end of April or maybe in July, in May. So it's when you make a bigger ledger, you can see a overall of the customer order. And then about I think 246 order for ship order for spring and summer run, and around 20,000 amount of trees. So this is very crucial parts which I cannot miss any customer. So I need to be alert about what about the customer order. So I can make mistake. If I make one mistake, they're gonna come back to the farm and claim maybe missing trees or something like that. And besides, I learned how to make a quotation for the contract planting. Shelter bed includes the price of each meters and types of trees needed. So in Help International, they also provide a service. We call it shelter bed tree program, which we make uh, uh, we we plant a tree to avoid the strong wind. That's how is it. And then for every meters that uh, for every meter of shelter bed, we charge around $3. So the least, I mean, the shortest shelter bed we've done is 800 meters. So 800 times three, and then you get an answer. That's how I make the quotation. Then I need to follow up with the email sometimes when CEO asks me to do so. And then for the dispatch is after the sales, because okay, I want to talk about the role first. So my first role is I was responsible for creating efficient delivery routes for drivers. This is include organizing drop-off points to ensure cost efficiency. So every delivery we make, we are not making a single customer delivery. So every time we make delivery, we're gonna ship to at least three customer or maybe 10. And then the second is my role was as a communicator between the driver and the customer to ensure that driver are updated about changes in schedule, weather condition, or delivery instructions. Because some of customer, they make a note in their order, but they actually are not ready yet to receive the trees. So this is very crucial. I need to once again call them, make a make an update, and just follow up with them. And then third one, I was assigned to make sure accurate documentation of delivery plan, customer address, and order quantities. That is very important in dispatch. So every time we want to dispatch the trees, we need to look back at the ledger that I make when I was in sales department. So it's a tough work actually. And also in dispatch, I manage a logistic for tree delivery across Saskatchewan, Manitoba, and Alberta. We receive three orders from these three big province. Saskatchewan alone is like Malaysian size. It's Malaysia size. It's so big, and Manitoba and Alberta, you can imagine how big it is, right? And then using a skill I learned from GIS class, I manually created and customized map by pinpoint every single shipping customer location by Google Earth Pro for delivery drivers to optimize the routes. So when customer make an order, they put the address. So from the address, I search for the address in Google Map, and I pin, and I every location I pin, and then just save it in KML file. And every time the driver needs the maps, I can give it soft. It's a soft copy or hard copy. But most of the time, I just prepare two types, soft copy and hard copy. So I print out the hard copy ones. So if let's say he didn't have the internet at the place or the location he went, he have a backup plan. And in dispatch, like I said, once customer is ready to receive the trees, we prepare the order by harvesting tree in the farm nurseries. Most of the trees will depart from the farm a day before the date the customer wants the trees. Sometimes we got individual, most of the customer is individual, but sometimes we got a corporate customers. Uh, let's say from the other organization, one of the example we have is from a Saskatchewan Association Watershed. It's a non-profit organization. So we make a collaboration like giving them 10% more bonus of the trees. And then this is example of my photo I taken from the trailers. This is how we manage the logistic around when we want to ship the trees. One trailer alone can fit around 7,000 trees maximum, depend on the size of the trees. So let's say they wanted 3 years old trees, willow something, it's gonna be big. But let's say they want a small trees such as Velosa lilac, a common lilac, spruce, white spruce, blue spruce, Scott pine. It's easy to handle compared to willow, which is tend to be more bigger than everything else. And then for contract planting, my role is to assist in organization, logistic, and executing pre-planting project for shelter bed. Different row has a different tree type, uh, i.e. poplar, willow, evergreen, spruce or pine, and lilac. So customer have their own choice to choose what they want in every single row of the shelter bed trees, and then designing layout for drip irrigation system for shelter bed trees. Let's say 2 liters per hour drip system or 4 liter per hour drip system. This system is we need to check either the trees they want is drought resistant or not. So if it drought resistant, we just put some 2 liter per hour drip system. If the water need more, if the trees need more water, we just put a 4 liter drip 4 liter per hour drip system. It's very customizable, so we need to really put in details every single uh, customers. And then this is still in contract planting. So shelter bed is commonly used in as a wind berry in Canada. Uh, Throughout the internship, I was involved in 14 shelter bed tree planting program and over 22,000 meter long of shelter bed. The least short, the shortest shelter bed we plant is 800, but the longest one is 4,000 meters, is 4 kilometers. So 14s in average, we done in around 2,000 meters every shelter bed we travel to plant. And then planting season in Canada usually in mid-May, near to the end of spring, like early May also. We did one shelter bed planting in early May, and throughout the June and July summer season, this is the peak season that we sometimes very exhausted and don't have time for ourselves even. And then this short season of planting push up to maximize all the shadow for shelter bed tree planting in just 2 months and a half. So sometimes we travel 7 days a week and then get a day off in Monday and Tuesday. So if you can see the picture on the very bottom left, it's the example of blue spruce gonna grow in for 10 years. And beside that it's a photo of how shelter bed is going to be as a windbreaker. I mean wind barrier. And then the photo of me selfie is how we manage the logistic. So we hook up the planting machine and um, plastic mulching machine at the back of trailers. And every time we travel, those two machines is very, very crucial for us. Otherwise, we cannot do the planting. And on the very, very far right is example of shelter bed we make, but it's still a small series anyway. It's 2 years old. I think this one is green ash. We did in Wilkie. It's 6 hours drive from our farm, so we stayed a night in the Wilkie. And then this among the photos that I taken. The first one is ATV to pull the tree blind. So those are this picture is actually mine uh, because every time we want to pull the drip line, we use the quad or ATV to make everything easier and faster. And then plastic mulching machine, it's that's a process how we start. So from the beginning of the tree lines, we put the plastic machine and we press down, put the soil on top to secure things because the wind is so strong, it's gonna blow the plastic away. So every single time at the beginning is very important. And second one is how we reloading plastic mulch, and that's a photo of me doing manifold installation for the drip irrigation. And the bottom of the photo is drip line. So we put a big roll of drip line, and then there's a wheeling machine. So every time the ATV pulling the drip line, the wheeling machine is just rolling around. So everything gonna be smooth. And the blue machine is a tree planting machine. So that's our CEO jobs. He will handle all the machineries, and yeah, he's very good at that. And beside that one on the left is example of how we put the drip line. We make a weave a bit to prevent the drip line become so tight at night because when it once it cold, it's gonna be so tight. And then on the very far right, far left, it's a example of white spruce and a tree in a row when we've done with the planting. So the other work that I've done during my internship is also tree production. So this is one of the side work that was different from my major portfolio, but it's very fun to learn new things. So tree production is vital for the company tree stock sustainability. And then most of the tree cutting we plant is the one that we harvested during early April when winter is almost over because the tree is still in dormancy state. And all the tree production we did is in the end of April and in May because starting from mid-May we're gonna be busy for a shelter bed tree program. So first thing we put a soil on top of the starter blocks, and then we take the tree cuttings that we process during the winter, and then we just uh, put all the cuttings on every single each cells, and then like one day we can produce for each person is around 20. I would say 20 star blocks. It's around 20 times 100. It's almost thousand. I mean, 3 4 thousands. Yeah. So it's a good experience to learn how in Canada they do the propagation things, propagation trees. And then for the conclusion, uh, my internship at Help International Shelterbird Center in Weyburn, Saskatchewan has provided me with invaluable hands-on experience in sales, dispatch, logistic, and contract planning for Shelterbird. Working closely in both administrative and field teams allow me to develop a wide range of skills from customer service, route planning, and environmental fieldwork and teamwork. And this experience has given me a solid foundation in agroforestry operation and strengthened my ability to contribute meaningfully to the sustainable measurement of a rural landscape and shelter bed system. And the whole internship is a new experience for me. And whatever I gain, what what have I gained during my internship is the the the, the trees in different climate. Like we used to live in Malaysia where we have a tropical country, and here in Canada is temperate region, so it's very different. I learned a lot of things. I would say 80% is a new thing I've learned in my life, and choosing to come here, it's a tough decision actually. And even the experience was tough. The first month was really tough for me. I was homesick, really homesick. Like I want to go back home, but it is what it is. I'm here and I need to finish all this internship. And I want to thanks to faculty and to our TDA, Dr. Ame, to the Dr. Norisham for giving this opportunity for me. It's very valuable opportunity for me, and I hope we can excel ourselves in life. And yeah, that's all from me. Thank you for listening.